As Hajar and Orion set out to confront the Nightmare Keeper and protect the Dreamy Forest, they knew that the path ahead would be filled with trials that would test not only their determination, but also their bravery, intelligence, and resourcefulness. Their first trial took them to the heart of a dark and tangled forest within the Dreamy Forest itself. Here, the trees seemed to close in around them, creating a labyrinthine maze. Orion hooted softly, indicating that this was a test of Hajar's resourcefulness. With the wisdom she had gained from the forest's enchanting inhabitants, Hajar began to carefully study the patterns of the trees, the direction of the moss on the trunks, and the subtle shifts in the forest's rhythms. Slowly but surely, she navigated through the labyrinth, demonstrating her resourcefulness and unwavering determination. Their next trial led them to a shimmering pool that held a reflection of the night sky. Orion hooted a riddle. "To cross this pool, you must see beyond the surface, for the answer lies in the stars above." Hajar gazed into the pool, searching for clues in the reflection of the night sky. With intelligence and insight, she realized that the answer lay not in the water, but in the stars themselves. By tracing the constellations above, she discerned the correct path, demonstrating her intelligence and ability to see beyond the surface. Their journey continued with trials that tested their bravery, each one pushing them to their limits. They faced towering cliffs that had to be scaled, ancient puzzles that had to be solved, and encounters with elusive creatures that required courage and diplomacy. Through each trial, Hajar and Orion worked together as a team, their bond growing stronger with every challenge they overcame. The forest's rhythm seemed to resonate with their determination, and the enchanting creatures watched with admiration as they passed each test. Finally, after a series of trials that had tested their bravery, intelligence, and resourcefulness, Hajar and Orion stood before the ancient tree that would be the focal point of the sealing ritual. They had proven themselves as guardians of the Dreamy Forest, ready to confront the Nightmare Keeper and protect the realm from eternal darkness. As they prepared for the ultimate battle, Hajar's heart was filled with confidence. She knew that the lessons she had learned from the forest's enchanting inhabitants and the trials they had faced together had prepared her for this moment. With Orion by her side and the forest's rhythms as their strength, they were ready to confront the darkness and ensure that the enchantment of the Dreamy Forest would endure for all time. Throughout their journey, Hajar had gained valuable skills and knowledge that would prove essential in their confrontation with the Nightmare Keeper. The wisdom of the forest, the guidance of Orion, and the trials they had faced together had equipped her with the tools she needed to protect the Dreamy Forest. From the talking trees, Hajar had learned about the intricate rhythms of the forest, the delicate balance between nature and dreams, and the ways in which the enchanting creatures played a role in maintaining that balance. This knowledge would help her understand the deeper workings of the Dreamy Forest and the potential vulnerabilities of the Nightmare Keeper. The fireflies had taught Hajar the importance of unity and cooperation, how their collective light could illuminate even the darkest corners of the forest. This lesson would serve as a reminder that together they could confront the darkness of the Nightmare Keeper and bring light to the Dreamy Forest once more. The singing mushrooms had shared their ancient songs and stories with Hajar, imparting a deep understanding of the forest's history and traditions. This knowledge would help her connect with the forest on a profound level and access the ancient rituals needed to seal the Nightmare Keeper's presence. The trials they had faced had honed Hajar's bravery, resourcefulness, and intelligence. She had learned to navigate through challenging situations, to think critically, and to adapt to the ever-changing rhythms of the forest. These skills would be crucial in their final battle against the darkness. As they stood before the ancient tree, ready to confront the Nightmare Keeper, Hajar felt a sense of confidence and purpose that she had never known before. She knew that the lessons she had learned, the wisdom she had gained, and the bonds she had formed with Orion and the enchanting creatures would guide her through the most important challenge of her life. With Orion's wisdom, the forest's rhythms as their strength, and her newfound skills and knowledge, Hajar was prepared to face the Nightmare Keeper and protect the Dreamy Forest from eternal darkness. The fate of this enchanted realm rested upon her shoulders, and she was ready to embrace her destiny as its guardian. As Hajar and Orion continued their quest to confront the Nightmare Keeper and protect the Dreamy Forest, their journey was marked by the formation of deeper connections with the forest's enchanting creatures. Each encounter deepened Hajar's bond with the hidden realm and strengthened her resolve to safeguard its harmony. The fireflies, whose luminescent glow had guided her path, began to dance more intricately around her. They seemed to recognize her as a guardian and a friend, and their light radiated with a warmth that filled her heart. They became not just allies but companions on her journey, their twinkling presence a constant source of comfort and encouragement. The singing mushrooms, too, grew more animated in her presence. Their melodies took on a richer tone, and their songs seemed to tell stories of her bravery and determination. Hajar would often sit with them, listening to their enchanting tunes, finding solace in the harmony they created together. The talking trees, whose wisdom had guided her steps, began to share more of their ancient tales and knowledge. They revealed the history of the Dreamy Forest and the significance of its rhythms, allowing Hajar to connect with the land on a deeper level. She felt their presence as guardians and mentors, always watching over her as she ventured deeper into the forest's secrets. Even the creatures she had encountered in the trials became her allies and friends. The elusive creatures that had tested her bravery now joined her side, their unique abilities and insights adding to her strength. They served as loyal companions on her path to confront the Nightmare Keeper. With each connection formed, Hajar's understanding of the Dreamy Forest deepened, and her sense of responsibility as its guardian grew stronger. She knew that her journey was not just about protecting the realm, but also about nurturing the bonds she had formed with its magical inhabitants. As they stood before the ancient tree, ready to confront the Nightmare Keeper, Hajar felt the presence of her companions, Orion, the fireflies, the singing mushrooms, the talking trees, and the creatures of the trials, all standing beside her, united in their determination to protect the Dreamy Forest. With her newfound connections and the strength of these bonds, Hajar was prepared to face the ultimate challenge and ensure that the enchantment of the Dreamy Forest would endure for all time.